Welcome.
Welcome, y'all, to the Love and Marriage Huntsville review recap panel with, Shade in the City, of course. I'm your girl, Trisha.
It's Nels.
And, we got our girl, Really BTV reviews. And all right, y'all. Happy Sunday.
Not
Happy
so
Sunday.
happy. I'm in mourning. You see me in my black.
Oh, yeah. Nels is in mourning about TikTok.
Oh, girl.
She's really in her feelings.
It'll be back tomorrow. Calm down. It'll be back tomorrow.
I need some dark shades on my face so you can't see my eyes.
Oh God, I can't, girl. But yeah, y'all, we want to thank y'all for being here.
Literally be back tomorrow. It's okay.
I certainly
it'll be back tomorrow.
Because right now I'm on red note.
Hey Chuck.
But this what I but here's what I don't want people to do. What I don't want people to do is forget that Donald Trump started this. Don't let him swoop in tomorrow like he's the great white hope and he saved TikTok.
Yeah.
He was the one that started this. He started it. So I don't want nobody tomorrow to be like, oh, thank you, Donald Trump. He started it, y'all. If Donald Trump hadn't said we need to ban TikTok, maybe we wouldn't be here.
Well, that's that part. Ahead. Hey, good morning, Quake. Yes, everybody, y'all can drop in the comments. Give Really B's team they love. Go ahead and give them their things, okay?
Their things. So wait, does this mean that they're going to the Super Bowl?
No, but they're one step closer.
But we one game away. We one game away.
Look, put it like this, Nels. I think it's the closest it's been since like 91 or something like that.
92. 92.
I know it's been a minute, but I don't know. Geez.
Oh, 92. Okay.
92.
Did they swap all the players out or something? What happened?
Oh, girl, you don't know nothing about football.
No, I don't. Quarterback.
Bless your heart. What happened? Hey, Mahogany. Hey, J Diva. Yeah, y'all. So I don't think this service is gonna be long at all unless we just get up here talking about other things, because I'm be honest, the episode really didn't give much. I meant to put a poll up before we got up here, but I was telling the ladies I had overslept a little bit. But yeah, y'all, if I had to give this episode, I would give this episode a 2. I'm gonna be so real with you. And it's so bad. I saw some other content creators that said they wasn't even covering this episode because that's how little it is to give. So yeah, y'all. But we here for y'all. We gonna try to make it good for you, okay? But anyway, hey Cheryl, how you doing, baby? Hey Ravine, welcome. SCK, welcome. Itty Bitty, welcome. Andrew, I'm just trying to get these all out the way. That AI pic you shared. And okay, you must be talking about
AI pic.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, Ravine said this episode was so whack. So yeah, y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know what rating you would give it. But don't hold that against us. We are not the producers. So please, if you have not already, go ahead and make sure. Oh, that one. I did like that one. If y'all haven't already, please make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button on both channels. And if you're not,
button,
go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. And yeah, we're gonna go into it and try to give y'all as much as we can from this dry episode. And yeah, let's get shady.
Well, next week is the finale, so.
Did y'all see Cheryl? Y'all see Cheryl's comment? I love it.
What she say? I ain't lying. Okay, go ahead. Oh, Chuck said he gave this episode a 7. Chuck, can you?
No, look, what did we miss, Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck. Right, drop it in the comments. What did we miss? Because I didn't see it.
The only part, I mean, there was a part that got me like almost emotional.
Nell scene?
Yeah, Nell scene, but
you know my sensitive ass. I tried not to cry.
It looked like she really didn't want to do it. It looked like it was pushed by production. So it made me feel, I felt bad for her there, but I mean, the rest of the episode wasn't given.
Yeah,
I'll wait till we get there, but I kind of agree with Chuck, but I'll explain what I mean by that.
Oh, okay. Look, and not you out here agreeing with Chuck early on this good Sunday morning.
It's a win. It's a win. She giving out gratitude.
Right.
We just having a good mood. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car.
Yeah, exactly.
B said, "Thank God this season is almost over." Yes, and as Really B was saying, before we got into the intro, this is supposed to be the last episode before the season finale. Thankfully, so hopefully we won't be getting season 9B, and then they just continue to add on to this one. You know how Carlos like to do. But anyway, y'all. So. Let's get into the episode. We see the Fletchers. They go toward the venue for the vow renewal 30th anniversary. They sit down and talk as a family after the tour. Lance suggests that they go visit his grandmother's gravesite, which we know is Nell's mother. Nell admits that she hasn't properly grieved the loss of her mother. And yeah, so that's what they're going to do. That's really all I got from that. If y'all have anything to add, please.
No, I mean, it was cute. The venue looked like a nice venue. Great, sure.
You know what? I do got something to add. How you already got the date set? You got your dress already, but you don't have the venue.
So you know what? I wasn't gonna be petty, but since you brought it up, I'm gonna be petty.
Here we go. Here we go.
I was like, let it go. The nails brought it up. So, but once again, it's editing. It's editing. I feel like that scene should have been 3 episodes ago.
Yes.
Right?
Fact.
Because she said in her confessional, we're going to the venue where the ceremony is going to be held. But then when they got there, they were like, the lady ain't even know who they were. And they were like, oh, we're here to look at
like, oh, we're going to tour.
That scene should have happened 3 episodes ago. Before, you're right, before they went and got a dress, before they talked about having a date. Absolutely. So why? But again, Carlos, these are the things when the fans talk about your editing and you get in your fees. This is the shit we're talking about. It's small and it's petty, but these are the things we talk about as far as this being a congruent storyline.
Chuck said, "My dad passed 3 years ago."
Her go wedding dress shopping.
What happened?
Xavier is saying maybe it was an old dress, but we saw her go wedding dress shopping.
No, she went shopping.
Right. So Chuck said his daddy passed 3 years ago on the 16th, and Trisha was lying throughout and got called out a bit. Yeah.
Oh.
Andrew said that's the explanation for this entire season. Production-induced fake chaos. Okay. Ravine said this episode was too mush, Nell and Trish. Xavier, yeah, good morning. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. I feel like I ain't seen you in a while. Good morning, Lot Queen. And y'all got to the old dress comment. Adama said, I give the episode a 6 only because Trish tried to get Mel to finally take accountability for her messiness. Okay. Well,
Adama. We're gonna disagree. Y'all gonna be surprised with me because we're gonna actually disagree on that, but go ahead.
Oh, and Chuck said that venue scene confused me too. Thanks for the clarity. All right. All right, go ahead.
Messy. And I liked Will this episode.
Who?
With the face's friend?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked him too.
The friend of Ken. The friend of Ken. Yeah, for Will. Yeah, we need to see Will more often.
Exactly.
We should have seen Will 10 episodes ago.
Yeah.
All right. So Trisha took her kids to the trampoline park to talk about co-parenting with her children, and they're kind of like, she's like, I filed for divorce, and I want to know how you feel about it. Her son said, I thought you already did it. I just
that was crazy to me when the kids was like, oh, you ain't did that yet.
Yeah, he was like, I thought you already did that. I just found out that you didn't. I mean, like, for real, like, it's
so all the time your kids
why aren't you divorced?
Right.
And you know what's so crazy? But it just makes me think of a point. Kids absolutely know more than they let on or what you think they know. Because he was like, yeah, no, I thought you did that already. And yeah, so she probably out here, oh, I don't want it because of the kids, when that they already felt like y'all weren't together. So what got y'all doing it legally wouldn't have made no difference.
What got me was the fact that he brought up everything that we keep on talking about. So you plan on getting married?
Right.
Look, she said, well, not anytime soon. And then she was like, well, no. I mean to say.
You see how she had to catch herself?
Exactly. Exactly. Well, you don't plan to marry that man. That's what it is.
You know what?
Marry that man.
I I am looking forward to the reunion. I pray they run that clip back right in front of Ken so he can watch it.
They ain't got to. Well, I
don't know. Now, granted, it might, like he said, it might not change anything because he ain't going nowhere. But the point is, I want him to see that.
I thought he said that she feels like he's not going nowhere. Did he actually say he's not going nowhere?
He's still with her to this day.
But they're still not married. But hold on. But I thought when they were on Millie Chan, was it Millie Chan or who did they do the interview with? Was it Millie Chan? I thought somebody was telling me that
I thought it was Carlos.
They're not in a good space right now. Like they're kind of going through some stuff right now.
I thought it was okay. So to your point, I thought it was Dustin. Like he interviewed on Carlos's channel.
Maybe it was Dustin, but people in the chat that saw it didn't they say that? I don't think Ken is in the house right now. I think they're going through something.
Well, I know at the time that chat, y'all. At the time that they did, I know what you're talking about. At the time that they did that interview, I don't know where they are now because I saw them post a picture the other day on Instagram and they were together. But I know at the time of the interview, he did say he had left the house because he was basically just tired. And they basically, so maybe this is at that point where he decided to pick up and leave the house because he was like, it's you. I'm tired of your lies. I'm tired of you talking through your teeth. I'm tired. Okay. Oh, go ahead, Nels. My bad.
No, I mean, basically, she just said, she needs to do some self-evaluating first. And she's probably trying to figure out if she's the problem. After everything that I just heard.
Well, Tracy said this show was still a -7 out of the 10. This episode was a -3. I love Tracy. Good morning, boo.
Ain't nobody worried about Tracy ass.
Chuck said, Will needs to lose those JJ braids. Otherwise, he's fine. Okay, Chuck. Xavier said, it's giving Trisha been lying to the kids and the family. Right.
Trisha just been lying.
So even
Trisha be lying.
Look, Tracy said, so even her kids pointing out her lies over the years. Okay.
Yes.
Chuck said kids and the mamas know. Right. Mel said Ken got low self-esteem. Right. That's what I was getting. That's what I was getting as well. Chuck said she is the problem. Raving said, can I answer? Trish is the problem. Adama said apparently that cast didn't watch the whole season before the reunion, so he probably doesn't know Trish said that. Well, he about
how would you want to have a reunion and you haven't seen the whole? That don't even make sense, Carlos. Why would you have a reunion and they haven't seen the whole damn season? That is stupid.
I keep hearing that. I think Kimmy said that they didn't get to see everything before they went up there and taped the reunion. So she was like, it's not going to be like a up-to-date or accurate reunion because they didn't get to see everything.
See, Carlos, Carlos, these are the complaints that people have. That is sloppy, and that tells me that you're just rushing to try to hurry up and get this stuff in. Why? How can I have a conversation about what happened if I don't see everything that happened and I don't see the edit? Because just because I filmed the scene, these scenes be 5-6 hours long. I don't know what you took out of the scene and put in the show. Like that cookout, I'm sure they were at that cookout all damn day. Last week at Destiny's event, it was daytime when they started. It was nighttime when they finished. We don't know how long they were filming. So we don't know what y'all put in.
Okay.
That's crazy to me.
So I have a question. And even if you didn't, let's just say, you didn't get to include the clip or whatever, you didn't get to see it. Is it not 2025? Can they not show the edited clip live and get their live reaction to whatever they want to show them and question them on it?
But usually they usually send them the episode so they can, even if the season's not over, they send them all of the episodes so they can watch them before the reunion. So that's crazy to me.
Otherwise, they're just watching what you want them to watch.
Right.
Well,
because just like if I filmed a scene, like perfect example, Kimmy is the go-between in this conversation between Melody and Trisha, her, Lockjaw, whatever. But Melody really doesn't know what was said, and Lockjaw really don't know what Kimmy took back to Melody. They're literally in the blind. So now at the reunion, can we look at this conversation again? Do we think Kimmy was being messy? Was Kimmy accurate? Did Kimmy give a false word? You know what I'm saying? So now at the reunion, they're literally having the same argument they had here because they still don't know anything different. That's crazy as hell. That's just dumb as shit, Carlos. Sorry. Dumb as hell.
We 15 minutes in. It's all right.
Oh, you funny.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
You done with that part, Nels?
Yeah.
Okay. Ravine said Trisha's kids are smarter than her.
Yep,
you mean Ravine? And look, Mel Lee said as they should be. Adama said Ken just seems to be whining these days. I'm over it. I kind of agree with you. That's how I felt as well. How are you not understanding Trisha's not ready to get married again? I'm with you. Ravine, they always going to be going through something. She don't want him. That part. Andrew said, I think
she likes the security of him, but she damn sure don't want to marry him.
Yeah, no. I don't think so at all. Andrew said, I think by watching reviews rather than the actual show gives a better perspective. This Ken dude is not normal. Something in the milk ain't clean. Ooh, okay.
I ain't normal.
Mel Lee said Ken got again low self-esteem. Chuck continues with she is the problem. Oh, did I go back up? How did I?
I think so.
Oh. Carlos be ass backwards with his show. Yes. Good morning, Just Simply. Good morning, my love. Cheryl said, Kimmy said they didn't see everything before the reunion. Yeah. Hey, Felicia, good morning.
Good morning.
Chuck said Carlos is trying to start drama on the reunion. He's looking for that gotcha moment. I could see that.
Then you would think that you would have everybody watch the whole episode then.
Mm-hmm. Well, common sense isn't common for everyone. Xavier said Cass gets paid more for reunion, which is why he has a reunion every 2-3 seasons. Adama said Carlos does that so the drama can follow through to the next season. Okay. Hey, Hiocrates, how you doing? Hopping out the clouds to tell Bully B. Hopping out the clouds to tell Bully B not to do Tracy. He said, not today with Tracy, okay? He got you.
And if I'm worried about you with Tracy, that's my boo thing. And I'll do Tracy however I want to do Tracy. That's my boo thing.
Marnita said, I rate a 4, and people say they want Martell gone, but when he's not on the show, it's boring. So, Marnita, that's really funny that you say that because I actually felt like I miss Marceau.
I feel like when Marceau was not on the show, it's boring.
Right. I definitely noticed Marceau's
not so much Martell, but when Marceau was not
I was going to say I could care less when Martell's not there because Martell irritates my soul. Like the way he talks, the shit that come out his mouth, it irritates my soul. So no, I mean you might have missed him, but I didn't. Sorry, not sorry.
Black Queen said it's bad producing. Andrew said that just tells me Carlos manipulates episodes right up to the air date. I think they were still filming when the reunion happened. That's the problem. They film too damn much. Right.
They do. Right. There should be very clear and the thing is you got to give them breaks. Give them time. Like you have to I think sometimes the Housewives gives too much of a break, but you really do have to let it breathe a little bit. Give people time to really live their real life and for something to legitimately be going on that you want to film. The problem is these people have stuff going on, but y'all don't want to film that. Y'all don't want to show us. Marcel was telling us on that live how Kimmy and Maurice just built out their building and they added an addition and like how they went through that process. Like, these people are building, these people are literally building like strip malls and like there's a lot going on. Just like that scene where Marceau and Letitia were talking about the neighborhood and how they were trying to reach out to the neighborhood because the house they were building, the neighborhood wasn't really feeling it. Can you explain that to us? Why isn't the neighborhood feeling it? Is that a historical neighborhood and this house is too modern? Like, what is the pushback? What is the conflict? Can we have a conversation? When Marceau was talking about the conflict with Black in the neighborhood, how was that resolved? Like, they literally shut your establishment down. Can we have a conversation about what you had to do to get it open back up? Where did this conflict start? Like there's a lot of other things there that are not about Melody and Martell and Melody and Destiny and Melody and like there's a lot of other shit, but y'all are not showing us that, and you can't tell us we don't want to see it because you haven't given us a chance to see it.
And to your point, really, B, if you remember, I think it was last season. They actually should have showed that part if they really, that happened with the build out and whatever, because if you remember, weren't they kind of going through it? It was one Scott versus the other Scott because Kimmy was on the fence about having Marceau do the work.
Yeah.
And so she was like, I'm gonna put you, I need a real proposal. I need to see what you're talking about. So this would have just been a continuation of that storyline had they showed that. So to your point, they should have included that.
I just want to say it looks unanimous. Marceau was missed, not Martell.
Yeah, no, Marceau definitely was missed. Just simply said Ken knew what he was getting himself into. Trisha's been through a lot, and rushing towards marriage isn't good. I do think that baby girl has been through a lot. I'm not going to take that away from her. Maybe
I think he's been through a lot, but I also feel like they've been together for 4 years. This didn't just happen. So like that conversation should have already been had. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Mel Lee said if they see the episode beforehand, then they have a chance to fix their response and get your, kind of try to get your read together. I hear what you're saying, Mel. Just simply said, right, Marceau is not needed. Or Marceau is needed, not Martell, right? I can't believe that I miss Marceau too. Right, Chuck? What is going on with us?
I love Marceau. I tell you, even when he gets on my nerves, I love him. I love Marceau.
Adama said, I want Wanda and Marceau going back at it on my screen. I think I could do without Wanda, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I could do without Wanda.
They're back and forth, I think.
I think, honestly, their highest rated scenes is when it's Mel and Marceau. Them two going back and forth, or even when they just, because she always got something shady to say, even if they're playing friendly, I think they always get the most highest ratings. Ravine said, I'm scared at how much I like Marceau these days. Right, it is. My love said, because Mel the only one that got something going on. I'm being sarcastic. Ooh, okay. Melly said, Carlo.
But to be fair, they don't even give us that. Like, they don't show us why haven't we seen Mel doing her TikToks? Why haven't we seen what's going on with 7th Avenue Beauty? Like, even with that, we're not getting a lot of updates from Mel. We really aren't. But you're right. You're right.
Melly said Carlos only cares about the drama and cheating. Now, Chuck, I think they may get after you for this one. He said, bring back Tiffany and Lou.
No, ma'am. No, sir. No, we're not doing that.
They said we don't want it. Ravine said, okay, she's agreeing with Just Simply. Nitwit said Ken has some sort of fetish for single moms. That's what I heard. Monique Austin, hey boo, the show was only picked up because Melody was willing to expose the infidelity in her marriage. Remember, they had a show about building and it never got lit. Carlos only cares about the mess. Okay.
Agreed. I agree. She's right. Yep.
Melly said, no, Wanda, she's too ignorant.
Please no, not with Wanda. I can't do Wanda.
Right. That's we already got Tisha. We don't need an amp. Yeah. Just simply.
I think I'm one of the few people that never found Wanda entertaining. Like, I'm maybe in the very, very beginning when she was fussing at him about not having on his wedding ring. But after it got real old real quick.
You know what though? I'll tell you this. Having Stormy's mom made me miss Wanda.
Yeah, Stormy's mom was worse.
Stormy's mom was very extra. I feel like
at least with Wanda, she be defending Tisha. Stormy's mom was she was equal opportunity.
Just simply said. What is Scotty coming here? Respect the queen of best. Okay, I'm just saying. Miss Betty was the worst. Just simply said, no, Mel pitched the show just in her and Martell's building. Carlos said that sounds boring and decided, you're replying to Monique. Bring back, who is this?
Cedric slow ass.
Who's Cedric? Or did you
I know it's their friend, Cedric.
Oh, I don't remember Cedric. Lord Jesus.
I'm about to say, we ain't seen Cedric in about 3-4 seasons.
Yeah.
That information came out about. Remember the information came out about him being arrested. I think he had a DUI or something. We ain't seen Cedric ass since.
Ooh, okay. Well, Adama said no statisticity. Okay, Ravine said, why they keep saying they were together for 2 years when it was 4 years? The mannequin and Ken. Mannequin is a liar. I don't know, child. Yeah, that's what they call her. Well, that's what T call her. Shout out to giving you the real T. But yeah, y'all. What's next? Really be get into Ken and his homeboy, even though we kind of touched on it.
So we were here for Ken and his homeboy. Basically, his homeboy told him, You got to save your complex, and you keep trying to save hoes that don't want to be saved. That woman don't want to marry you. You doing too much.
No.
And he brought up the fact that if she wanted to be, what happened? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Trish told you the wrong scene. The next scene is Nell invited Trisha over.
Oh, for the cryfest.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, really, B. I messed you up.
That's okay. You want me to give you that one too?
Look, yeah, I could take the cryfest if you want to.
Go ahead, take the cryfest. Go ahead.
Okay. So Nell invites Trisha over, and you know, they have some hors d'oeuvres, and she wants to question her about where she is with Marquez and Martell. Now, my thing is, she said, I don't really know her. I don't really have a relationship with her, but I'm getting to know her. So what I'm gonna do is invite her over my house and then just jump right all in her business. Okay. So and Trish is willing to tell it. Because when you're telling it through your teeth like this, you know, you're able to lie better. So Trish talks about how when she met Martell, he just kept talking, or Marquez, I'm sorry. Martell, I'm sorry.
No, it was
Martell. He just kept talking about how much he misses family, but still saying that, you know, nothing happened between the two. She claims that Martell didn't even try to hit on her, and it was basically her bad for not coming in and telling the truth, and it just made things look worse. Mm-hmm. And then we move on to Marquez because Nell is like, girl, why you ain't signing papers?
Everybody's papers.
And so she said that, you know, Marquez told her that he needed to go find himself. And he was upset with her because her parents passed away within 7 months of each other. Then her sister passed away in her arms, and he accused her of spending too much time with her family. And, you know, obviously that made her very emotional. And yeah, so she basically said that that's why she holds so many things in, and she goes from 0 to 100 real quick. We know that Nell can relate. I'm sorry, not trying to sound insensitive. Sounds like they both need therapy. And
let me tell you something. If we've been in this marriage for this long, and because I'm going through this much loss in my family, you feel like you need to go find yourself, you better go find a bus to run in front of.
Oh.
And okay. No, absolutely. Go find you. Let me tell you something.
Go find yourself. Look, that done tick nails off, boy.
She said a bus. Okay. Mm-hmm. Better go find you a bus to run in front of.
But no, I mean, it was a sad story. It was unfortunate. Again, I'm not even gonna hold you. I couldn't even get like even my emotional Pisces ass. I couldn't even like get real with Trish, because I was like, I'm sure the story about her family is true, but I just don't know how much of the other stuff is true. So I couldn't. I'm sorry. And
plus, I do believe that story, but it's like, it's hard to even relate to her because she's a liar.
Again, this is a conversation that could have happened 3 or 4 episodes ago before we got 5 different versions of the her and Martell meetup, because I think at this point, none of us care and none of us are vested in her story and what she went through. Also, the timelines just don't match up. However, again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about this would have been a great scene to give us in the beginning, maybe within her first couple of episodes of her and Nell, and then we could have seen how they bonded, and maybe we would have been more vested in anything she has to say. But at this point, none of us care, because, well, I say none of us, most of us don't care. I did think this was a good scene. I loved how Nell was there for her, and I did. I mean, I'm not a big crier. I'm not really into all the, touchy feely. But again, I thought this was a truly genuine scene. Once again, going back to giving us something different other than Melody Martell drama. Like, this is real life stuff that people have gone through. And these 2 women from 2 different age groups who really don't know each other, unfortunately found a way to bond on trauma. However, it was a genuine scene. I mean, other than Nell jumping right into her business. But I mean, once she got emotional, I think it was a genuine moment where Nell got up and hugged her and said, if you don't want to talk about it no more, we can be done. Like, that lets you know, the production told me to ask you all this shit, but we ain't got to talk about it no more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I just feel like it's just, again, I feel like it was a missed opportunity for production to give us a genuine story. They threw it in at the end where at this point, we just don't care anymore.
Or
I mean, when I say we, I'm gonna say me.
Well, to your point, and I think we just, as me and Chanel were saying, it's like we just can't even trust anything that you say anymore.
Right.
You built me up to be a liar, and now you want me to be forthcoming, and you know what I mean, and like honest. And now it's like, no, I mean, I can appreciate it, give her a real moment, but it's a little too late.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we've all most of us have made up our mind about Trish, and most of us feel like she's a liar and her stories don't add up and can't be trusted. So even though that was a genuine moment and you've really truly been dealing with some trauma, girl, we're not vested in that because we side-eyed it. Look at whose comment is this? Hold on, let me scroll back up. Shout out to SquareBiz72. SquareBiz72 said her parents died in 2010, 2011, and had the funeral. They started having problems in 2019. So her story is not believable to me. See, I don't know the timeline, but girl, I'm gonna believe you. I'm gonna believe you before I believe Trish, and that's sad, right?
Look, and SquareBiz said, and he paid for the funerals.
Who paid for the funerals?
I guess Marquez. So basically, what y'all don't know is Marquez apparently, and this is what I'm hearing. This is all alleged because I wasn't in the chat, but I did listen to the live. I believe it was Millie Chan. So shout out to Millie Chan. Or it was somewhere where basically Marquez is an engineer. So he's not broke by any means.
When he found himself unemployed.
No, I guess he went to Atlanta. Because remember, he said he wanted to get into the entertainment industry, and that's when he went to Atlanta.
So why is he broke?
Well, because
he's not an engineer anymore.
He's not an engineer anymore, but apparently
he said, "After money, I'm gonna just."
Hey, you can't. He wanted to follow his dream.
I'm taking care of my kids. I ain't even got gas money to go drive to see them.
I don't know. He said.
That's according to Trish and that's according to I don't know how I believe what Trish
apparently there is video, allegedly there is video that has been seen where they got Ken when he was still in the house, still living there, where he got Ken coming to his house, coming in the house, like he knows the key, he knows the code, coming up in the house and coming to see Trish while they were very much still married.
That's what Marquez said that. Marquez said that he had ring camera. Marquez said that
he had ring at all because they constantly talk about how much Marquez stepped out their marriage. So none of that, anything she was doing with Ken, none of that moves me.
Chanel said she's not moved, y'all. But anyway, so basically, I think both of them need therapy, and I just kind of felt like. It would have just honestly, I would have liked to see Trish being vulnerable, click for Nell, and like the fact that she's like, oh, I can identify with that type of hurt and that type of pain. Well, if you can see that, then and you can understand why you pop off and why are you doing all this, why are you so against going to work on yourself and figuring that out and sitting down and talking to somebody about that? That's just me. But yeah, y'all. Let's go through these comments. Monique said everyone in Huntsville knew that Martell was going through a divorce. For her to even go over to his home, it's all about intention. She wanted it and I believe she got it. Ooh, okay.
I believe she did too. Wait till we get to that part.
Ooh. So Andrew said this heifer is lying on Marquez. I don't believe not one word she says about him after he started producing receipts. All of this abandoning her was proven tight teeth lies. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Mahogany said she didn't even answer the question. Same. I can't relate to Trisha at all. And then honestly,
basically saying that she didn't file for divorce because she was going through her own stuff. I think is where she was trying to get at.
And I ain't gonna hold you. Did anybody else? Let me know in the chat, y'all. Did anybody else feel like? First of all, I'm not gonna. When she started crying, it almost gave me the same feeling when Mia tries to cry.
You did. That's why I said.
That's what it gave me. It was like that Mia cry. It's like your face looked like it's wet, like you took some spit or something, or you took a water and you put, to make it look moist, but ain't nothing really coming out your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Mia's face be looking wet.
Yeah, sometimes. I think if she rub it, hard enough, it'll make it red. You know what I mean? That's what it was giving. Adama said, I can't stand Marquez, so he could definitely go on somewhere. Okay. Okay, yeah, we got into that. Thank you, Squarebiz, for dropping that. Couture said drummed up scene to try to turn viewers' mind about Trish, in my opinion. Absolutely. Xavier said, I don't relate to Trish, but I understand her. I understand why she's lying. Why? Because Martell is an embarrassment now.
Tell me why she's lying. Well, can you tell us why you understand why she's lying?
Yeah, Xavier, elaborate on that, babe. Just simply said, I believe what Trish is saying about Marquez. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So some of y'all believe Trish.
I don't believe he was an engineer.
No, because apparently he helped her get her job. He's the one that got her job, is what I was told.
He just gives me like,
you're terrible.
I don't see
Raven, I didn't care about Trisha's story. Right, really, it was a genuine moment. Tracy said this whole show is nothing but people bonding over trauma. Okay, Tracy. Squarebiz said he said it in his last interview with Millie Chan. Thank you for confirming 2 weeks ago. Thank you. Marquez is also a liar. Adama, I ain't saying Marquez is nobody's like, I ain't putting him up on no pedestal. I'm just saying based off of what we saw and what she has given us. And then when you turn around and you hear some of the receipts that he's dropped, it just proves that.
I think all three of them are lying. I mean, I think all three of them are telling their version of the truth. You know what I mean?
Xavier said he's a starving artist, Nels. Don't be judging. Just simply said, where are people getting that information from? Julia Sugarbaker said his father was also a well-known producer. I did hear that as well. His father just passed and he was in the music industry. Andrew said all that mooching by Marquez are lies. Okay. So some people really up in here. I thought Trisha was the engineer. Apparently they were both engineers. And look, he said it wasn't true.
Didn't I tell you last week that engineer is a generic term?
That's true.
Man, we can keep throwing out the word engineer. I think y'all keep thinking engineer like you know, a peer engineer. Every like engineer ain't like here.
A software engineer.
That's like saying somebody's an attorney and automatically thinking they Johnny Cochran. No, ma'am. Just because you're an attorney doesn't put you here. There's a whole lot of attorneys that are here.
Right. Marquez and Lockjaw deserve each other. They both have perfected lying. I wouldn't say it's perfect. Tracy said he walked away from his good job to find himself. Julia said his father just
people do it all the time.
Okay, so Julia said his father just recently passed, but he does come from a prominent family. All right. Monique said he did it. He did what he did. He did it on the payroll. He dropped the receipts. Okay, she said he did drop the receipt. Oh, behind the paywall. Okay, I got what you're saying, Monique. Thank you. Where? Okay. And y'all talking about where? Yeah, apparently Millie Chan had it. It was behind the paywall. And then people started talking about it. I think I was on Kempires and somebody came on there and started talking about it. It's the real Tosha. I feel bad for the kids. They just numb to it. It's sad. Yeah.
Yeah, the kids the kids were definitely like, all right then.
Right, Julia, she's all over the place emotionally. Nels, none of the things we've heard about Marquez is true. He wasn't a deadbeat. He didn't abandon them. He provided money to them. He was working out of town during the week and arranged for his dad to help.
So why didn't he confront Marceau when Marceau claimed him to be a deadbeat and that he abandoned his children?
Because that was an edited scene. Because that was an edited scene. We don't know what he really said. We know what they told us.
At no point did he say that wasn't the case.
Yes, he did. He absolutely did. And Marceau kept saying that's not you.
He said, I didn't leave my family. I left my wife.
Right. And that's what he said. He said,
that's leaving the house. That's leaving.
But it's not. If me and you, not you, but if me and my husband are no longer together and I leave the house, I'm not leaving my family. I'm leaving my wife. I mean, my husband. But that's what I'm saying. We got the edited version of that conversation. We really don't know what Marquez said. We know what production showed us that Marquez said. But he did say that. He said he didn't leave his family. He said he left his marriage.
They even asked him when was the last time he visited his children.
Yeah, just simply said they all lying.
I just think all of them telling it. I just think all of them lying, honestly. I just I just think
look, Quake said justice for engineers.
Exactly, because everybody ain't,
Okay. Miss Gemini Gigi said the editing changes the perception of what we see and what actually happened. Although poorly done, King Rain Productions decides what story we see. I'm just saying. I can absolutely agree with that. Nita said everybody's an engineer. You get an engineer title, you get one. You get one. You get an engineer title. You get it. You a fool, Nita. Y'all are cutting up. Miss Cat said Marquez said his aunt helped get her a job. I don't believe 100% of anything that Marquez, Trish, nor Ken say, but I ultimately think Trish needs time to heal. Agreed. Marceau didn't know about his son's nut allergy. He lives in the house with his son. Well, that's go ahead, Tracy. Go ahead. Yes, Katora. Thank you. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. We got a total of 195 people. Okay, go ahead. Between the two channels, we appreciate y'all. My love said if any of that was true, Marquez
has something to say.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
This goes out to Miss Pretty Amazing. Hail to the Redskins! Hail victory! Braves on the warpath! Fight for old DC! I know that's what you wanted to hear. Thank you so much.
Ooh, all right. Well, really be blessed us with her beautiful voice. Go ahead, girl. Milove say if any of that was true, and I kind of agree with this, but like we say, it could be editing. But if any of that was true, Marquez would be screaming at from the top of his lungs. I just refuse to believe that somebody would sit and let you butcher there if some of that wasn't true. You know what I mean?
What Marquez supposed to do? He's supposed to call Carlos and be like, what?
No, but I think when I have scenes, I'm absolutely going, or if like with the Marceau situation, I'm not going to let you sit up here and paint me as a deadbeat. With Ken, I'm not going to let you sit here and give a whole speech about thankful for the parents, the people that are there, and act like I wouldn't let you play in my face like that if that's not really what it was. Now, granted, it could be for TV, it could be, but I'm just to her point that she made a good point. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So Chi-Town, he actually said that on Dr. Heavenly's channel that he got a bad edit. Okay.
That's why. Okay, that is why That's why Carlos and Dr. Heavenly fell out because Heavenly said he got a bad edit, and remember Carlos was like he got offended by that. So it's not that Marquez. That's why Marquez doing all these damn interviews and dropping receipts and stuff. He done 3-4 interviews because I think that's why. But again, I'm not saying I believe everything that's coming out of Marquez's mouth, but I don't believe he's this total deadbeat that he's been painted out to be either. That's how I feel.
Well, Overcomer said Marceau is living in a house with his kids and he's abandoned them for years.
You know what? Y'all gonna come along, Marceau.
Oh, Janae came in with the engineer shade. Engineer be meaning maintenance man these days. Y'all
depending on where they listen, that's why you got to ask for clarity. You got to ask for clarification.
Look, Ravy, if I wasn't with somebody who was a Jets fan, girl, if I could kick you out the chat, I would. But I love you though. I love you. It should be, especially if you're a New York fan, why not be a Giant? Why would you want to be a Jet, boo? But I still love you. Marquez said Marquez might just be a punk. Okay, Xavier. Marquez did get a bad edit. Nita thinks the same. Xavier said he ain't gonna say something in front of people because he's scary. Oh, okay.
Well, damn, y'all
really don't like it
today.
Y'all really don't see it for him. Nita said, I don't care for his actions, but he did get a bad edit. Okay. Andrew said, like that party, they were supposedly where he didn't bring a gift or even a case of water. That was a fake scene. The real party was 3 weeks prior. Okay. Look, let me find out. And then Darnell said, I don't take this show personally because I don't care about these people's lives. It's all entertaining for me. I watched in reality TV just like I watch scripted TV entertainment. Okay. Some of us pay good money for those engineer degrees. Good money. Okay,
exactly. Quake, listen. There are real people. Listen, there are real people that play good money, that make good money. All I'm saying is we got to stop making it seem like just because somebody say they adopted, I mean that they, living in a $5 million house, driving a Maybach. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Quake, I know, girl, I know you.
I can't. Nina said Ken's behind gave himself the bad edit. The women were thirsty at first. They slowly just think he's a weirdo. I'm sorry, but yeah, he ain't never did it for me. But I know
he never did it for me.
I know some of y'all ladies was like, was on it. But go ahead, really be. I'm sorry. Go into Ken's scene. Speaking of him.
Okay, so what I was saying was Ken friend came through, and basically Ken friend told him what he needed to hear. That's a good friend. Because he said, he was like, look, first of all, you always want to try to play save a hoe, and you done been trying to save Trish for 3-4 years, and baby, I just don't think she's that into you. And what you gonna do about it? Because if she wanted to be divorced, she'd have been divorced. If she wanted to get rid of this man, she'd have been got rid of him. So now you sitting over here, and what are we doing? What are we doing? What you gonna do? Because you always trying to save people that don't want to be saved. What we doing? That was how that conversation went.
Don't want to be saved. Don't
save them. They don't want. Yeah. So that was pretty much what I got. But I liked him, and I feel like we should have seen him 3-4 episodes ago too.
Look, he's the real eye candy, not Ken. Or at least better eye candy.
Yeah, he got more sense, so that makes him.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. He got a little bit more sense. That makes him more attractive. Chi-Town, no shade, but they call the janitor in my son's school the engineer. Y'all, we gonna stop.
That's what really we was saying.
Oh, Katori said, "Who for Ken? No, ma'am. That's what they be. Some of these people in the streets be liking Ken and all that muscle." Miss Cat said, "Marquez wants to
really be you like Ken?
No." I'm saying some of the people
like Miss Cat said Marquez wants to be part of the cast. He may return with his new girlfriend. Hot mess all around. Do we really want to see that? Do we really want to see that?
We don't want to see none of that.
Oh, Cherie said Ken chocolate thighs though. Yeah.
We don't want to see that. But if Melody really is leaving the show, Carlos might get desperate, child.
Ravine said a hoe that slept with men she was with you. Oh, right. Quake said Ken isn't cute to me at all. Well, different strokes for different folks. Miss Gigi said Ken likes the role of savior because this is not the first relationship he's done this in and ain't learned yet. He's a slow as he is big. Miss Gigi.
Why y'all like this? Y'all are really acting up today. Why y'all like this?
Oh my God. All right, are we done with them?
I think so. So next scene is Nell's family. They all got together. Well, not all of them. Her and 3 of her children and her boo. They went to go see her mama Betty's gravesite. They kind of reflected on who their grandmother was in their lives and, how they really weren't around her last few days. And I think Lance got super emotional talking about how he was being selfish.
You need to go to therapy.
He carries some guilt. He was, I guess, more worried about his relationship and work and didn't really digest that she was on her last leg. Now, this scene is what I was referring to that almost got me emotional because, Nell, she doesn't get super emotional like that, and she considers herself to be a tough little cookie. So to see her break down and sit down on the gravesite talking to her mom, I thought this was a super emotional scene. But
it was, but I think it went on for too long. Don't get me, and I don't mean that in any.
I agree.
But I really think they drug it. I really think it went on for way too long. But I agree, it was definitely an emotional scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was sad. I mean, I'm sure for anyone who has lost a parent, it probably triggered you. It triggered me and my parents, but still, it was just like sad to think about. I think just thinking about when you reflect on the times that you missed or could have been there, I think that's what did it for me. Because of course,
Miss Pretty Amazing. I was saying that, and I think that could possibly be why them two are not, they're butting heads right now.
Who?
Mel and what's his face?
Carlos.
Yes, Carlos.
Oh, Tracy said if Mel leave, is that an opening for the lane for coleslaw? I don't think so.
You don't think so? You don't think
I wouldn't. I'm not even gonna hold you. Y'all could show up here every Sunday, and I honestly, if she was on the show, I would literally fast forward and skip through every scene. I wouldn't even talk about her. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't want to get to know her. What I know about her, I don't want to watch her. So I would literally, if we were to still be recapping this, I literally would skip over it. It ain't got nothing to do with Mel. It's about her personality, her intelligence level. Where she is in life, where she puts herself in life. And how she's being a side chick on a pedestal. Nothing about that is cute to me, and I don't want to recap that. I'm sorry.
And I don't want to see her and Martell's interaction because the two of them together are cringy.
Mm-hmm. They are. And not to mention, I've heard something or some audio the other day where she basically was like, she's, if she's not going to go anywhere, basically, even if Martell has relationships with other women, which we've seen him. It's just so desperate and pick me shit. And it's just, and I don't know. And she claims she can't work because everywhere she go in Huntsville, everybody know her. Well, whose fault is that? It's y'all. I'm sorry. Can y'all see the irritation in my face? Yes. I just can't. Yeah, I just can't. But Jada said they need to end the scenes on Nell's family. They got too much going and it'd be too much. I press mute. Oh, okay. What would coleslaw honestly bring to the show? I don't know, Couture. That's what I said. Ravi, because she don't do nothing besides, okay, Martell, whatever you want, Martell. How can I help you, Martell? Ravine said the fact that Nell chose Mel over her mom, though. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, so she's got to be carrying a lot of guilt. And that's why she was feeling some type of way about Mel.
Quake said Mel is an executive producer. I don't think she would allow that. Right.
She's an executive producer with no power. Y'all got to stop thinking that it's just a title. Mariah was an executive producer on Married to Medicine, and her ass still got fired. Like, it's not.
Ooh, that part.
Right. That's what I'm saying. These are vanity titles.
This is just
Melody does not have any power. The only power Melody has is she done told Carlos, if you bring her on, I'm leaving. And that is what's kept it at bay. But Melody don't have no hiring and firing power. Melody, she may get a little extra little something in her check than what the other people are making. But she don't sit down at the table and help and do anything as far. Executive producer, a lot of times those are vanity titles, you guys. You might make more money. Right, she has her EP credit, but she got fired from the show. That's the point I'm making. You can be an executive producer all day long. That doesn't equal power. That's what I'm saying.
And to your point, Martell is also an EP on the show, and we see how they will butcher him and make him look bad. So,
yeah, I mean, again, I think people giving too much credit. Oh, well, Melody's executive producer. That don't mean shit.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that whatever contract she signed with Carlos, because remember when she signed that contract, she didn't have any power. She was talent, and Carlos was doing her a favor. You see what I'm saying? I doubt she walked in the door holding any cards. That's all I'm saying, y'all.
Go ahead. Just simply said, coleslaw burned that bridge. No one would film with her outside of Martell. Well, actually, I heard, y'all know I keep my. They said Kimmy's willing to film with her.
That's what I heard too.
I said, you know what? And this is no shade, but the more and more I used to really, really like Kimmy. I did.
I used to really like Kimmy.
I used to really, really like Kimmy. And when I heard that, I said,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, boo.
Facts now, I'm not watching the show with coleslaw on the show. Right. I would skip over it too if I'm still watching it. Right. I agree. I don't want to see coleslaw at all. She's already demonstrated she ain't the brightest bulb. Go ahead, Gemini Diva. Andrew said, when I saw Marquez was still in the house just upstairs when at least one of the parents passed away and paid for the funeral, and after he told us he heard her on the phone say Martell, I was done. Okay, so Andrew put it out there. Everything, I mean, basically what I heard that happened, the receipts that he gave. Thank you, Andrew, for giving us a nice synopsis of everything that was laid out. Chi-Town said that girl doesn't even know what a 2-parent household is. I cannot. Right. I don't see it. Just simply said she hasn't had her EP in a while. Oh, okay. Tracy, I think Martell is pushing for her to be on the show because he needs the second check. We know he needs the check, period, because I don't think he still passed that open book test, right? Just simply said, especially after the flop interview.
He can't sell that wine.
Right. Especially after the flop interview with her and Martell, right? Mm-hmm. She's just
he did a children's book too, didn't he?
Oh yeah, what happened to the children's book? Good memory, Nels. Go ahead, girl. I
forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot.
I really did. I forgot all about that book. Miss Cat said, I felt production was a bit disrespectful. You could clearly see that it was emotional and it was time to move on. Nell is still hurting. I appreciate them sharing, but it was hard to watch a family in pain. I absolutely agree, Miss Cat. And I think that's what me and Really B were both saying. It just went on too long. Chi-Town said she's looking for a daddy, and that's what she sees in Martell. I know, but she needs to grow up. She has another child. She needs to grow up. Nita said, I have a problem with production and sequence of events. They're messing up. Absolutely. Hey, y'all. Yeah, Mariah still has her EP credit. Quake said, I think she would throw a fit. Nita said, by the time they show Mess, it's a little too late. Gemini Diva said, Nell's family episodes are so produced. Notice we ain't seen Chris's daughter again after her and her mom's interview with Giving You the Real Tea. Shout out to Terrence. I'm not pressed about much else. And remember, at one point when they first came on, or maybe it was just me, I thought they were ready to branch off and get their own little spinoff, but not after Lexi aired their ass out.
This is my first time seeing Nell's full house, like from the outside. But her house is beautiful.
Yeah,
it is. That house is gorgeous.
It's like, I feel like we mainly see her kitchen and her living room.
Okay, Xavier has a different perspective. He said, I think honestly, Coleslaw being on the show will cut out the internet games. We won't need all these fake interviews with paid hoes. Coleslaw will be messy to these people's faces. Okay, but remember,
I think it'll be worse. I think the internet will be worse.
I think it'll be worse. And if y'all heard, I heard Sunni say something about how they had got the boxing or went down in the streets because Martell said something to Coleslaw's face because she showed up, I guess, thinking she was going to film. So, people might really be out here going to jail. We might see more mug shots if she gets on this show because we know.
But I also think that, I just think that it will be worse because I feel like that's going to empower her to go live every week after the show to talk about what, she's going to do that. Well, this is what really, she's going to do the Dr. Heavenly sweet tea thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We got a super sticker. Thank you, Miss Cat NJ.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Miss Cat. Thank you. Thank you for the super sticker. We appreciate you. All right. Where did I leave off? So yeah, y'all, who wants the last scene? Because I'm sure I didn't get, I got it all, but I don't, the back and forth. I'm sure I didn't get you said, well, I said this. I didn't get that because I felt like it was stupid. I definitely felt like this was a dumb argument. And yeah, I really wasn't here for it. Really be said it was.
So produced. It was so produced. So produced. But y'all might be surprised. I was Team Mel on this one. I was like, girl, it was a joke. You were being way too sensitive. It was a damn joke. What you mad for? You mad because you slept with my husband. You mad because you guilty. You putting way too much energy in it because you really carrying some guilt because you slept with my damn husband. This is where I was convinced that Tisha slept with Martell she slept with Martell. Because between the story she told, that's the thing we didn't bring up. Because we got caught up in them tears and stuff. We didn't bring up the fact that when she was talking to Nell, she gave us a whole nother story. Child, we done got another version of this story about what happened when you went over to Martell's house. Child, we done heard 500 different versions of what happened. Now y'all was sitting there and you was his therapist and he was talking about Mel and the kids the whole damn time. Y'all, what happened to watching movies? What happened till we was working out? I didn't hear none of that shit. You done told us a whole nother version of that damn story. So now fast forward to the end of this episode. The reason why you got all that smoke for Mel because Mel was trying to hold your ass to the fire and you ain't know what lie to tell her and she got your ass caught up. Mel said, well, what the house look like? Well, what was the driveway? What part of Huntsville? Because see, Mel was putting 2 and 2 and she was coming up with 4 and you know her ass was coming up with 4. You slept with that woman's husband and that's why you had all that energy for her because all that was stupid. I'm done.
You're funny. Well, Love is Dope really said congrats on the win, really B.
Thank you.
I can't. And not Martell only sold 2 copies of this book. But yeah,
y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all in this book.
Now, so yeah, y'all, we see the ladies and Destiny is throwing this Bachelorette for Nell, right? And so basically Trish comes in, she talk about she not drinking because she gets, too turned up when she gets drunk. And so basically Trish checks Destiny and was like, well, last time we was together, you was a little turned up with Nell. And, they talk about how she has issue with the fact that she wants to invite Sunni and whatever, but she's going to be the bigger person. So she let her invite her anyway. And then everybody else arrives. And then, there's some obvious, basically it's awkward. It's awkward. There's obvious tension. Yeah, awkward as hell. And I think the fact that maybe only one, I think Kimmy is the only one I think I saw with a drink. Or no, Destiny. Everybody else seemed like they was on some dry January stuff. So they just looking at it. So it was just even more awkward.
And where are Nell's real friends? Like, I understand we filming a scene.
Right.
But where are her real friends? Because none of y'all are. So what we doing?
And then it was just awkward to see the 2 strippers in the back or whatever they were, the entertainment in the back, listening to it was just awkward. So anyway, so Mel lets them know that she don't plan on staying long because she got plans with her kids later.
Because she don't like y'all.
Because she don't like y'all for real.
She just showed up so she wouldn't get fined. She don't like y'all.
So Kimmy points out that every time they get together, it's very standoffish and awkward. Mel addresses Trish and asks if she has an issue with her. And basically Trish says that she doesn't. And if she did, Mel would know. And I said,
all that energy you was giving her, all that energy, you started with the energy. Because Mel was like, I do have a question. Do we have a problem? Well, if we had a problem, I will let you know if we had a problem. But then 2 seconds later, here you come with, well, actually, I do have a problem.
Right.
Yeah, the fact that you said we still in love. I mean, if that's what it's given, y'all been separated for 5 years and still married.
Okay.
It's given you don't want to leave.
Because when God told Mel to go, she went and filed paperwork. God said go, and she went to the courthouse.
I love this. Ravine said version 580 by Trish. Right. We don't know who you are, but every time you give us something new. Oh no, she's talking about the story. Right. Good job.
Yeah.
Miss Gigi, the ish on this show is too thin to fry and too greasy to eat. Okay. Especially that condescending, passive-aggressive, wordsmith, long neck, squeaky voice male. Lockjaw did it over it all. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all are terrible this morning. Really B says stop playing with her, Trish. Okay, Gemini Diva said, nah, Mel came in on some nasty energy, and when Trish matched it, Mel BPP then trash talked in the confessional. Okay. So you're saying she backpedaled. Okay.
Energy, but I think Mel had that energy for everybody. That's how Mel is, because she don't like none of them people. Mel said, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna film this scene, and I'm gonna get the hell on. I'm not gonna drink nothing. I'm gonna tell them already I got something else to do. I got somewhere else to be. I agree. Mel came in there with nasty energy, but I don't think it was directed at Trish. It was just Mel. To me, that's how Mel shows up. Whenever there's a group scene, that is how Mel shows up, in my opinion. She always show up on that nasty ass passive. Damn, I keep biting my cheek. Passive aggressive shit. She always do that.
The nice nasty. But yeah, Mel made sure to throw everyone else under the bus to pivot for her being messy. I think she was kind of right. Everybody was kind of being messy. I mean, everybody's messy because everybody's talked about it. So I kind of was agreeing with Mel in this one. Monique said, do you think this is the first time that Tisha has lied to, or Trish has lied to Ken about sleeping around? I don't. Ooh. Well, maybe to that point, Monique, I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm not putting on nobody, but she said, yeah, she trains other clients at home. So, I don't know. Maybe. Couture said Mel came in speaking to everyone, not negative at all. Kimmy started the conversation. Couture, now let's talk about the real of the real, because that's it. That's it. Because, and I'm not calling Trish no punk, but when Kimmy was like, as Billy B said, do you have a problem? When Mel asked her, do you have a problem with me? She was like, no, I would let you know if there was a problem. Then Kimmy was like, well, you sure you ain't got no problem? Because when you was over my house the other day, you damn sure did.
Kimmy said, that ain't what you told me.
Right. So then finally, Trish has no choice but to say, you look, I ain't like the way you was instigating. And, we already got into that. But, Mel was like, well, bitch, I was joking. But you know what I'm saying? Here's my thing. I ain't gonna hold you. If you really felt that strongly about it, you were sitting at the table with her in front of everybody else. Same situation. If you really felt some type of way, why didn't you just address her in that moment? Why are we harboring?
Because she just being so aggressive.
Why are we harboring on this for weeks? I don't know.
Because she slept with that woman's husband and she feel guilty about it. That's all.
Woo! Well, okay. And so yeah, basically, and then they going back and forth, and that's why I said I didn't get the back and forth banter, but Mel basically lets her know she don't give a F, a B, a C, D, E, F, G, and then basically Trish said something about them being arguing bitches, and then Sunni walks in, and then Destiny's trying to break that up, but then Destiny realizes she might got to eat her words, because we know anytime Sunni walk in the room, Destiny has to initiate an argument because she can't get over her own stuff. And I'm sorry, it is what it is. Even if you don't like Sunni, I don't think Sunni came in there for her, about her. Sunni always be there minding her business, and Destiny got to bring her up.
I wouldn't want to look at her face either. I wouldn't want to look at you. I wouldn't want to be in your energy. I wouldn't want to be in your space either.
And so it didn't help.
Look, I felt her when she said, I'm telling them to simmer down, and then in walks this she devil. And I'm trying, and I gotta contain my damn self.
Ravine said that party looked boring. It damn sure did. I wouldn't have wanted to be there. Xavier said those were strippers. I thought they were servers. Look, speaking through a teeth. Y'all said, well, the first time God told Mel to leave, she had a baby, but that's not my business.
Oh,
okay. Love is Dope said, y'all reading this morning. Gemini said Mel was windmilling hard and screaming when everyone said she loved Martell, but Trish can't have the same reaction. Yeah, Trish, wrap her up. Oh, okay, Gemini Diva, y'all.
Okay.
Y'all she didn't real ideas to get married though, to get divorced though.
That's that part. Square Biz said a content creator posted an IG response between Destiny and Trish back in 2022. They knew each other, although they made it look like Destiny just met Trish on the show. Oh, okay. Xavier said, I find it strange that no one is going to call Melody a colorist for calling Trish aggressive, but I digress. I don't know if it would. I don't know if that would make it colorist.
No, it wouldn't be colorist, but to his point, if this had been Wendy and Giselle, oh my God, it will be 20,000 videos done about it.
But Wendy wasn't being aggressive. I think actually she was. Trisha was coming off a little aggressive. You just all this energy just came out of nowhere.
Well, again, she goes from 0 to 100 really quick, and because she holds everything in, and
that's called being aggressive.
I'm just, again, I'm playing advocate. So Love is Dope said no one likes Mel. They just know how to be cordial. Ooh. And to your point, really be Xavier said, but if it was RHOP, this would be a different story. Andrew said, yikes, y'all. I don't think Miss Gigi likes Mel very much. I could be wrong. What y'all think?
I don't think so either.
Overcomer said Trisha was lying because she had talked about Melody to all of the ladies, and that's why Kimmy said she was surprised. Trisha said no. Right. And that was, thank you for calling that out, because that was another thing that I caught as well. Gemini said, yeah, she's always been passive aggressive and mean and nasty since season 1. People are just finally catching on. I've been clocked her, and I wish someone would stay on her neck, letting her skate. Ooh, okay, yeah. J Love said Martell has so many businesses that have disappeared: suits, books, calendars, wines, etc.
That is true, though. You're right. You're right about that.
It sounds like I don't know, like a thrift shop. Like it just has everything. Where's the other Mel to help him out? Squarebiz said, so to me, they planned for Trish to come onto the show to ambush Mel. It was all calculated, and all the other women knew about it. Okay.
Now see, this is where, okay, can I say something? See, this is where I get frustrated. When you say it was all calculated and all the other women knew about it, that is where I get frustrated. Why do we keep giving people so much control and power, right? I don't think they knew anything more than what the rest of people know. Y'all make it seem like these people got together, went to Carlos, and Carlos was like, oh, okay. And everybody was on this big scheme to get Mel. I don't think it's that calculated. I think that somebody went back to Carlos and let Carlos know about the whole Tish situation? Clearly, because how else would he know? But I do not think they sat in a room and they were, because I don't think it was that calculated. And I think part of the problem is Trisha didn't go along with the plan. She was supposed to go with the plan, and she ain't go with the plan. And now she caught up in her lies because she wasn't honest from the beginning. And now it got tangled up. But I hate when people make it seem like everybody's just, it's this whole hate train out to get Mel. Like, I don't know. That's where I get frustrated with everybody making it out to be like, this is so calculated. Everybody was sitting around and they came up with this plan to get Melody. And I'm like, I don't think it was that complicated. I just don't think it was that deep. I think Carlos was being messy, but I think we're giving the rest of the cast way too much power. Like, if Melody don't even have the power that y'all be trying to say she has, how in the hell does everybody else have so much power to control the narrative?
Well, Kia said, can you tell me why if Trish slept with Martell, it's an issue? Weren't they separated? And
I think that's what Nell is trying to figure out. I think she's trying to figure out if they were separated at the time. She want to know what house. She want to know what timeline. She want to know.
And I think it's because she keeps lying. If she had just said, "Look, me and Martell linked up. He told me he was separated. I wasn't with Ken at the time. We linked up. It wasn't that deep. We didn't date. We didn't go out. We didn't do nothing. And that was what it was." If she had said that in that very first episode when she was at Stormy's house, none of the rest of this shit would have, it wouldn't even been that deep. I mean, they would have continued to make it a thing, right? They would have continued because, I mean, of course they're going to make it a thing, but her getting tangled up in all these different versions of the story would have just been, but if she had said that, it would have been, because everybody would have believed her that Martell lied to her. Everybody would have believed that because Martell a fucking liar. So everybody would have been like, oh, Martell lied to her and told her that he was separated when she showed up at his house. And we'd have moved on.
Right. Xavier said Mel didn't like it when the Scotts were joking about her and coleslaw. That is true. And I think he responded to you, Kia, and said they were separated, but Trisha was with Ken. I felt like they said they weren't, but maybe I'm wrong. Don't get me lying. Because again, the timelines ain't.
Yeah, Ken said that they wasn't together. That's all Ken said. Why y'all want me to be mad? We weren't together. This was before me.
Gemini Diva says Sunni being on the show is minding Destiny's business. Forehead, don't even go here. Oh, okay. Y'all really don't like Sunni. Y'all really do.
I don't, because I think that was some shady shit, and I think that's now. If I think anybody was in on a scheme, I do think it was Sunni, because you've been on production, you've worked with Carlos, you know how he thinks, you got the inside scoop, you know the behind the scenes details, you know more than what the rest of us know. Now, if anybody that I think was scheming, I think it was Sunni. Now that, yes.
Clock it, Miss Pisces. Clock it.
Well, I was going to say shout out to you, Miss Pisces, because, you know, it's almost our season. I'm getting excited. But I believe Trish gave Mel the energy because her ex flirting with Mel. I think so, too. Squarebiz said the plan was for them to ambush her during the trip, and it failed. Did you notice how happy Destiny was in the last scene? In her house, even if they were separated, it would be an issue for anyone. Okay.
Tracy said, who to ambush who? I don't know what she's talking about.
I guess she's saying the plan was for them to ambush her on a trip with the Trish information.
Who is them and ambush who?
I guess Destiny, Kimmy, and Tisha, because they knew about the whole Martell thing and Mel didn't. Because remember, they did. That's when they brought it up. They decided to bring it up in front of her on the trip.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe I misunderstood what y'all was saying. I thought y'all was saying like before the season started, they had this whole scheme. Yeah, now once stuff started unfolding, yeah, now that I can go with you on that they were like, yeah, we're gonna bring it up because Mel don't know and Tisha then told us this story. Yeah, now that okay, yeah, that I can.
Tracy said the first time God said go, Carlos said come back. You a fool, Tracy. True Love Keela said, I don't blame Destiny. Every time Sunni came around me, I'd cuss her out, make her feel uncomfortable. So she stopped coming around. Y'all evil. Chi-Town said, I don't know, but I'm not going to give that much energy to a person that is not my husband and I was just sleeping with from time to time. That was the lane that Destiny knew she was in and liked it. Okay.
I disagree. I disagree. I think that Destiny and that man were in a relationship. I don't think it was somebody she was just sleeping with from time to time. She said that was her man. He was supposed to come on the show and film. Like she was traveling back and forth to see him. Like I don't believe that he was just a side piece. I think they really, at least in Destiny's mind, I think they really were in a relationship
for a long time, weren't they?
They were together.
I mean, even before her marriage, like, weren't they friends?
They knew each other.
They were friends for like 15 years or something like that.
Yeah. I don't believe that. I don't believe that this was just some old side piece. I don't believe that.
Well, Isis said, just because you say someone is aggressive doesn't mean it's colorist. Trisha was aggressive, period. Light-skinned or dark-skinned. Okay, I like that. Was very well put.
Right, but that's the point we're making. The point that me and Xavier are making is that's the equivalency of what they did over on Real Housewives of Potomac and turned it into a whole colorist conversation. I agree with you. When somebody's aggressive, they're just aggressive. I don't care if they're a black woman or not. If somebody's being aggressive, words mean things. They have definitions. If somebody's being aggressive, they're being aggressive. It doesn't matter if they're a black woman or not. And I hate this whole, why would you call a black woman aggressive? If she was fucking being aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Kia said, I guess I'm done with someone and I know how Martell is. I wouldn't expect him not to do that. Right. Miss Thing said Trisha's getting caught up in her lies. Absolutely. Chi-Town agrees that does not fall under colorist. Gemini Diva, Mel is passive aggressive colorist. She is mad. Tisha's beautiful chocolate girl with a head full of beautiful hair with strong edges who has an option of being okay. Being a stay-at-home mom, but she had to work. All right, Gemini Diva, you out here giving it. Chi-Town said Trisha.
Miss Britt, one and only. Where? Not Miss Britt, one and only. I'm sorry, not Miss Britt, one and only. Miss Chi-Town, where are those receipts? Y'all be knowing stuff that I don't know. Where are those receipts that Destiny had 3 DNA tests? Where'd she post them? Where did she post her 3 DNA tests? I need to know. Where'd she do that at?
Look, y'all, oh wow, y'all deep down and y'all are going. Hold on, where'd she say that? Okay. So it was okay for Destiny to sleep with all those different men. Okay, it was okay for Destiny to sleep with all those different men while she was married to her husband. So that's why she had to do 3 DNA tests. As a wife myself, no ma'am. Okay.
I just want to know where those receipts are. That's all. I just want to know where those receipts are.
Moses was married for 15 years and Destiny knew it. She better just sit in her karma and continue to figure out that storage space for an office. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Chantel. You are crazy.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Well, when y'all don't like somebody, I swear, y'all just woo.
Y'all, look, nobody likes Sunni. Okay. All right.
Sunni Ho. It's a Sunni Ho.
Sunni Ho. Sunni Ho. Tracy says season 1, Tisha wanted the life Mel had. Tisha was tired of living in the attic. Yo, what is oh my God. Miss Thing said there's another content creator that showed all of the proof that Trisha knew Martell before the show and had an affair while with Melody and her kids were present. Oh, Stormy, Destiny, and Trisha knew. Oh, okay. Kia said, playing devil's advocate, Trisha's point, Mel didn't like when they made jokes about Mel still loving Martell. Okay, that's accurate. Xavier said, but if they
understand why she still loved Martell, they broke up 2-3 years later. We talking about being separated for 5 years.
That's what she said.
Again, you still love this man if you have not gone to the courthouse to file for divorce.
Well, Xavier said if they weren't together, why was Ken coming to the house per Marquez's evidence? Overcomer said, why would Trish be on the show, period? She doesn't have a business. What purpose does she serve besides lying about her relationship with Martell? Okay. Mel and Martell also acted like they were better than everyone. They stayed talking about how much they helped the Scotts during season 1. Okay, y'all. It's really in here going in. Ravine.
Now y'all woo banging down in the chat. I'ma just be quiet.
But if she was with Ken for 4 years, she was with Martell 3 years. She overlapped with Mel's marriage and when she was with Ken. Trish is messy. All right. Thank you, Katora. Finally, somebody. I like Sunni. She's supposed to be on YouTube today. I wonder if she'll be telling her behind the scenes.
I wish I had my fan. Nobody cares. Nobody.
Right. Thank you, Katora. You see me. We see each other. Okay.
You like Sunni until you get a Sunni in your life, child.
No, it won't be no Sunnis in my life because
exactly.
Miss Bree said Trish do not care about Marquez. That man was cheating on her since 2015 in Facebook groups. It has been proven. Well, damn. Love is Dope said Trisha don't want to be on the show. Ken did. Destiny said that on live. She knew nobody. She knew nobody. She's not out to get Mel, I guess, or nobody's out to get Mel is what you're saying. Avis said Carlos admitted on his podcast he brought Sunni on to give Destiny a storyline, and Destiny was aware of it. Well, I mean, but I think
Carlos did say that. He did say that.
Miss Bree says she shouldn't care about who Martell has been sleeping with. Since he's been cheating before they said I do. Well, oh, okay. Ravine's bringing up the revenge P that everyone knew about, but Mel. Okay. Overcomer said Trisha was with her husband. Remember, he heard her talking on the phone about Martell. Y'all. Okay. Oh, and Moses was married part of the time as well. Okay. So basically they saying Destiny might be a little bit of a side chick. Hey, Kim Middlebrook.
We're friends.
But yeah, y'all. So I mean, that was really the episode, y'all, going back and forth in the chat, throwing them bowls. And we appreciate y'all being here. Actually did not expect to be up here this long, for real. Because like I said, the episode really did not give much, but y'all as a chat and as an audience, give it all, and I can appreciate y'all for that. So yeah, y'all, if you haven't already, and I just want to say to all 287 of y'all in between all of the chat,
shout out to the 287.
Please make sure if y'all have not already that y'all have went ahead and hit that like button for both of us, both channels. We would really appreciate it.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all make sure that you are following us on all the platforms. Child, go. I'm almost done. Go. But wait. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, my child want me off of here. So make sure y'all go follow us. Obviously the TikTok is gone, but make sure y'all go follow us on the IG, the Facebook, and the Bluesky. And yeah, y'all, we will I guess once we find a replacement for TikTok, we'll let you know where it is. But we appreciate the love and support.
TikTok y'all. Will be back tomorrow. Calm down. It'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, okay. She said it'll be back tomorrow. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. But yeah, y'all, hope y'all have a great week. Enjoy your King Day. And yeah, y'all, we'll catch y'all next week for the season finale. We appreciate y'all. Love y'all and bye-bye.
Bye.